It's Friday the 13th today. Kind of an emotional day for me. Yesterday, I guess. Well, it's not Friday the 13th yet. It's actually 11 p.m. It's almost Friday the 13th. This video will go up on Friday the 13th. I haven't eaten anything yet today. And, I mean, it could be a good opportunity for me to fast, but instead, I am going to make some chia porridge. So I'm going to be making a raw. I don't know if it can be considered raw because the coconut milk that I'm using is not raw. I'm going to put some walnuts. Will I put all of these walnuts? Oh yeah, there's not very many walnuts in there. So I'm going to use the rest of these walnuts. So how I like to do this is I like to start out by getting the chia seeds soaking because it's going to take me a while to cut up the apples. And sometimes I put too much in. You don't want to eat too much chia. I think I put too much in there because it can cause problems on the way out. Some organic chia. This is too much fiber. But something that I always really liked is porridge. And porridge is a grain. So this is flax seeds. It's milled flax seeds. They say that you should mill flax seeds fresh. I think I probably got that on sale or something. And I'm going to put coconut, shredded coconut in here. I think I'm overdoing it. I think I'm putting too much stuff in here. Then I'm gonna crush. I'm gonna crush these walnuts up with my hands a little bit. Guess they don't have to be too. The thing about walnuts is I don't like walnuts by themselves. They're not a delicious tasting nut. But they really taste good in stuff. Like, I love them with bananas. And what else do I like them with? Well, I like crushing them up and having them with apples. It makes like a crusty thing. It's good that those are gone. And then... and then you can put chocolate. Sometimes I put cacao in here, and sometimes I put cinnamon. You'd think, like, chocolate cinnamon I would like, but I don't like this with both. And a nutritionist once told me that cinnamon is super beneficial when you eat a lot of it. So I'm going to put a lot in there. And then I'm going to put in some Himalayan sea salt. Because that salty flavor is going to add some... It just brings out the flavor. You know what salt does. Okay, so I'm going to mix that around in the bowl. So I've got a big bowl here, and there's lots in there. I don't know. It's hard to show you. There's a lot of stuff in here. I'd say it's about 2 cups. Of powders and seeds. Oh my. But I think I did put too much stuff in there this time. Okay, I'm going to put my mask up for a second. Yeah. Do you see how it lightened up? That one white mask is making it all light. I also have my Crystal Lake hat on for today. Oh, it doesn't say Crystal Lake. It says Friday the 13th. Camp Crystal Lake, it says on the front. I always considered Friday the 13th like my birthday. I brought 4 apples. I think that's going to be enough. Oh, did I shake this? I don't think I shook it. Whatever. It splashes sometimes when I pour this stuff out. I'm going to use the whole thing. I'm not a recipe. You know how people have recipes and they have to follow the recipes? I'm not from that school. I'm from throw stuff in, make it work. Also not sure if I'm a good cook or not. considering I don't really cook anything. I think I would be. I'm a really rustic cook, because that's what I like. Okay, so I'm just gonna get everything wet. So what are we looking at? We're looking at a liter. I don't know what a liter is in your language. 8 ounces times 4, I think is what that would be. 32 ounces. Because I think a cup is 8 ounces. And there's 4 cups in a liter. I'm pretty sure that's right. It could be completely wrong. Then whatever. There's a lot. You know what a container of beverage looks like. And then you just try not to put in too many chia seeds. And whatever other things you like. So we're going to let that soak. And the chia seeds will absorb the milky liquid. And I'm going to cut up some apples now. Hope I washed my hands. And I eat the whole apple. And when I eat an apple, I just eat the whole thing anyway. I think there's a YouTube video on how to eat an apple like a boss or something. And that is kind of how I eat the apple. I think I saw that once. I've always done it that way. No, again, this is kind of the rustic way of eating. Okay, so there's a lot of coincidences happening lately. I'm seeing a lot of things and hearing a lot of things that are pertinent to me. Today felt pretty emotional and magical. I should say yesterday felt pretty emotional and magical. It was Degrassi's 40th anniversary, which is cool, from the first episode of the first short film they made that turned into the Degrassi franchise. And it was always really important to me, and I always really enjoyed Degrassi because, I mean, if you don't know what Degrassi is, it's the TV show. You probably know what it is because there's a Next Generation that took off. Hey, did I cut out the middle of that? Sometimes this part in here is really gross, and I'll cut that out and not eat that. It's a TV show. It's a Canadian TV show. It's about kids and how they cope through life and deal with their problems from a child's perspective. And it was made with film, and it was really like an independent film, and that's why I always liked it. It was just really raw and rustic, and it just touched me in a certain way. It was so real and raw. And a lot of people might not feel that way about the new incarnations of Degrassi, but I think it held its heart in everything that it did. Anyway, so I really liked the show, and it's really cool. It's a really cool show. I don't know. I mean, 40 years. Wow. 40 years. The fact that, I don't know what that Well, do you know what that says about me? I've seen it since episode 1, and I was conscious, and I remember watching it. It's a scary story. I almost bought an apple pie. I went to the grocery store today to get the beverage. Probably just should have fasted and not had anything for the next few days. But I could have bought a pie. I would have bought a pumpkin pie if they had one, but they didn't have one. I would have bought one again. But I stopped myself from getting anything else. Ice cream sandwiches were still on sale. The apple pie was on sale. Oh yeah, now I'm going to give this a little mid-time stir so that the apples will go in there. I purposely chose the green apples when I bought apples the last time because they have a lower sugar content. What does that matter when I'm breaking down, though, and the bowl's going to get really full? It doesn't really... I guess it does expand. You need a big bowl when you want to mix things so it doesn't go all over the place. So I think I'm done talking about Degrassi. I love it. It's a really good show. It's not for everyone, though. I filled out YouTube has a new... I don't know if it's new in all countries, but it's new to Canada right now, where they have a personals section. And I put in a profile. I filled it all out, answered all the questions. I did the max. I put up the maximum amount of pictures I could put up. The first picture is me in my underwear, and I'm not. In the beginning, I started to get a few. Actually, it gave. I don't think I can date my age is the problem. It doesn't. Every once in a while, there'd be like a yoga mom that I could definitely relate to or see. But for the most part, I'm just swiping through on a dating app. It's not a dating app. Facebook, it makes it so easy when it's Facebook. That's genius. However, I guess I am kind of playing that game because I'm not playing the dating game. I'm playing the game where I'm putting up, like, you're not supposed to put up, like, shirtless pictures of yourself as your profile picture. That says you're a douchebag. But there's other pictures of it. I mean, some of them are really modelly pictures too. I don't know if it looks like a fake profile. But the truth is, if you're going to be in a relationship with me, you're going to have to deal with the way that I dress, the way that I don't dress. And in general, that's just going to scare people. It's also probably going to attract either the wrong kind of person or scare people. I'm just sabotaging it anyway because it can't work for me. I am too much of a dictator. I need too much time by myself. YouTube is so good for me. I'm glad you're here for me. It's not healthy though. But I think, we don't know. We don't know if it's healthy or not. The whole internet thing, if I'm going to survive and this is my way to be able to, actually use my vocal cords, and this is the way that I'm going to be able to talk to humanity and have some kind of, communication besides the toy stores, the cashiers at the toy stores, they all think I'm a... Hey, this isn't a kid channel. I can talk normal. They think I'm so weird. A lot. Oh, man. They don't know who I'm buying all these toys for. They think... A lot of people think I'm a shoplifter. A lot of people think I'm a reseller. A big weirdo. And I mean, I do care a little bit. Like I have to. The best part is I do have to stop, and I'm going to stop. But last toy haul I did after I was supposed to stop was so big and so expensive. It's definitely time to stop with the toys. I have to sell toys. I'm not really good at that. That's such hard work. I'm going to try. I guess I'm going to try. I have no space to move around anymore. And all of this, I invested all of this money, and kids, YouTube is over. You can't make money on it anymore. Well, this is what's happening. Is that YouTube was sued. Or I don't know what's going on. YouTube, they found out that YouTube was suggesting videos to children, and you're not supposed to do that. The thing is, they weren't really suggesting videos. They were suggesting to their parents, because they're using their parents' account. So it doesn't really count. So I don't even understand how it's a problem, because children use their children. It's all new technology. It's all new development. It's all really up in the air. And anyway, so people who were swearing on their YouTube channels before were having problems. Now it's people who are being totally kid-friendly. They're in trouble now. So it's that middle ground. I'm kind of middle ground in general. I'm kind of risque. I might not even be affected. It might, because the algorithm might say that, hey, there's only adults. I think most of the people watching my videos are adults. Because I would say that like boys would be watching gamer channels, but mostly in this space, you're going to be having, I would say the majority is little girls. Little girls are going to be afraid of me. Like every once in a while, there's one that I think that I have to say was raised properly, and they love my little baby alive videos, and they think that they're funny and they love them. But I think little girls would see this and be like, oh, Mommy, what's that? What the hell is that, Mommy? I'm gonna say I swore for the first time. I've said hell before. I'm a religious man. Wow, I'm getting into deep stuff now. But I especially on YouTube, there's a lot of religious people that I really like, and they're really good people, and that's cool with me because I like really good people. I even like really good people who do shady things, because there are people who do shady things for the wrong reasons, and the people do shady things for other. It's very complicated. Okay, I made kind of a mess here. I did it. I cut up 4 apples, an unknown amount of chia seeds, and the rest of the stuff, and it is so thick now. It's like porridge. So we have apple porridge, gruel, Friday the 13th gruel recipe. Yeah, that's what we're having. The green apples are. Man, I need better angles. It kind of looks and smells like bread, leavening bread. I hope that doesn't mean that the stuff is bad. That Play-Doh smell, I think, does mean rancid. Does it smell like Play-Doh, though? don't know, maybe it just smells like freshness. Oh, there's so much in here. Oh, it's good. The apples are nice and sweet. I guess the coconut milk would be sweet. The coconut would be sweet. The cinnamon makes it very sweet. My food looks so small on YouTube, and it's really huge. Oh, I have to make a thumbnail. How do I do this? Maybe I'll jack up the camera. I'll put this bowl underneath it. And then place this down here like this. I have to put in my... Let me take off Camp Crystal Lake. I'll put on the mask. And then I'll do this. I guess it's okay that my hair is like that. Oh, man. Do more of an angle. I can hold the camera, but then the lighting is bad. It's the mask. So hard. Hopefully that works. Got a big spoonful of gruel. Friday the 13th gruel recipe. Maybe if I lighten it up, it'll be okay. I really have bad thumbnails. I mean, well, I don't have fantastic thumbnails like I should. Okay, let's take that mask off. And then it gets light. That is so whitening. I always have to center these beams. I need a better room, toy room. I have so many renovations. I can only do one room at a time. There's so many things that I need to do. Otherwise, so I have to fix up. Am I calling it the guest room? I think I'm calling it the guest room. I forget, I had it planned. I have to fix up the guest room. Then I have to take furniture after I paint the walls and everything. Then it's empty right now, which is awesome. Then I'll take the furniture out of this. Well, it's the office. So I'm going to take the furniture out of the office and I'm going to put it in the guest room. And then I'm going to strip the paper, but I'm not going to paint the office. I guess I'll paint a little bit in the office. Like, maybe I won't paint anything, actually. Because then I'm going to put these shelves up all around the walls. I'm going to turn it into my toy room. And then this is going to be my bedroom. And it's going to be the master bedroom. And the kitchen and the bathroom can wait. Meanwhile, I want to sell all kinds of toys. This is kind of a cop-out. This is a refined food product. But I'm trying to wean myself off. And I mean, it's filled with superfoods. Coconut is a superfood. Chia seeds are a superfood. Flax seeds are a superfood. Himalayan sea salt is a superfood. Cinnamon is a superfood. Every ingredient Apples. One a day keeps the doctor away. I wonder what 4 will do. Oh, speaking of Friday the 13th, do you think this is a child-friendly toy? No, this is a cool guy toy. Wow, I've talked so long in just the preparation. I wonder if I should try like an ASMR. This would have been a good ASMR video. Except it would have been so long. It's crunchy and sloshy sounding. When you start dealing with microphones, it's so easy to get things messed up, though. We don't know until afterwards that the sound is bad. I don't want to have to deal with that. So yeah, I have a lot of stuff that I want to do around my home. I'm listening to this Degrassi podcast, and the hosts of it, they don't know anything. They're from the States. I can't blame them. I've been in the city where they film. Actually, if you don't know that, I'm also in the city where they make Degrassi. So I've been to all the landmarks and everything. So I'm listening to this podcast, and they're actually really cool, which I find kind of odd because the other fans that I've met over the years who like Degrassi, I wouldn't say they're the coolest people. Nonetheless, misfits and outcasts, they're my peeps, alright? But these podcast people, they're really funny. It's a really good podcast, and I was really laughing and really enjoying it. But they knew so little. So I sent them a letter and saying, hey, I want to be a co-host on your podcast. They haven't written me back yet. I'll probably scare them. Or, you know what, they all have connections and stuff. Like they are connected. They're connected in a special way. I just spit in my own food. But it's okay because I'm the only one eating it. It is so unlike me to reach out to anyone. But it really was disgusting how little they knew. And I could have filled in a lot of empty spaces for them. Podcasts are really good when they're when they're a group of people, 2 people, where there's banter and back and forth. This is a podcast, though, isn't it? Kind of is. One person doing a podcast? I think it's okay for YouTube, and especially when I'm eating, whereas you can see what I'm doing in between. But just one person talking about a subject for an hour. I mean, this is really early for me. When I recorded this video, I think I had 100 and some subscribers. We might be up to 120 today, maybe a bit more. It's been a few days. It's such a few amount of people. That's the funny thing about YouTube. Oh, that's something that I want to talk about. I don't know if I talked about that. Comparing yourself to other people, and you're not supposed to. I don't get it. I don't understand that. So you see somebody come on YouTube and then they just start getting more and more subscribers, more followers, more people watch their videos. And then they surpass you. Keep growing and growing. How are you not supposed to compare yourself to that? How is that not supposed to make you feel like uninteresting? The thing is, I like my videos. I make videos that I would want to watch. I would love this guy. I would be laughing. I do laugh when I'm editing. Like, what is that? Who is that? What a weirdo. I love him. That's what I would say if I discovered myself. So isn't that all that matters? It is. Do you like Anna Green Gables? I do. Talking a lot about Canadian content. The original miniseries, it was made by Kevin Sullivan. Megan Follows was the actress. It was really good. I really liked watching it. And I thought, nothing. They can't compare to this. And they tried. They did a part 4 many years later. As a continuation. Megan Follows turned down doing it. And we got some other actresses to play. They actually got some big name people to be in it. It wasn't good. But it is part of the, well, I don't know what you call something that's longer than a trilogy. A quadrilogy? Anyway, it's part of it. It was made by Sullivan Films. Okay. The reason I'm talking about that is because I never thought anybody would ever be able to make anything comparable. And they've tried. There was actually one with, is it Martin Sheen that's in it? Of course. Yeah, I guess it's Martin Sheen. It's not Emilio Estevez, and it's not their father. And it's a British version, I believe. I think it's for the BBC. It is really bad. It's really bad. But this new one that's on Netflix, it's called Anne, or called Anne with an E. It's really good. It's like the darker side. I mean, it could be darker. They could have made it darker, and that would have been cool. But it's cool. They're taking liberties with it. It's not the same story. I mean, it is. But they're just writing new scenes and scenarios. And they're incorporating some of the catchphrases and other stuff into it along the way. Taking a lot of liberties. But they're doing a really good job. It's a really good series. If you like stories about misplaced youth that don't belong, You notice the theme here? We're getting down there. Oh. Something else I keep... Everybody likes Schitt's Creek. That came up a few times. It's Canadian. I really like Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara. I don't know about the new kids and stuff that are on it. What's that guy's name? I forget the guy's name that made Spinal Tap and Waiting for Guffman. Those movies are... I always love those movies, and it should be like the same thing. I better give it another try. When it first came out, I tried to watch it. I thought it was funny, but I didn't love it. But a lot of my friends told me they liked it. And a few people today who was watching on YouTube were talking about it too. I guess it's worth another try. I need to blow my nose. I don't have on appropriate attire, but I have to get a Kleenex. And when I say Kleenex, I mean a piece of toilet paper. I mean, this is the grown-up channel. I should be able to take liberties. The thing is, I want to talk to children. I don't want to talk down to children either. However, I think I'm the way I am is because I was treated like an adult. And do I really want children to be like me? No. And that's why having children, for me, is kind of a concern. Because I don't want anyone to have... I feel so bad for anyone that has to deal with the way that my brain works. It's not fair. It wouldn't be fair to do that to another human being. Let's just say it's been a struggle. I wouldn't change a thing. Obviously, I like who I am. I've already made that clear. But to constantly go through life judging everybody and being constantly disappointed and not being able to get over it, these are my biggest issues. I have a problem accepting other people's values that aren't in sync with my own. I love my value system. This is the part of the podcast that wouldn't be good. This is why I collect toys. That was a magical experience for me today. I didn't think of it until just now. But where can I? It's buried. I don't want to make a mess. There's another one, another set. This set right here, which looks pretty much like it. I think they're brother and sister or something. And I found the other set. And I was really disappointed that I couldn't get that set. And I'd never seen that set before. I've never seen either of this. I saw it's a long story. Anyway, I only found one set in the store. And I was really upset that I really wanted to find the other set. And I wished really hard that I could find it. And I didn't want to go around to all of the toy stores searching for another toy. Which there's like 20 of those stores. Some Marshalls or Winners around me. So I could have gone all day. And I have so much to do at home. Can't be off toy shopping all the time. And it was priced way lower than the last time that I saw it. It was really inexpensive. And there were other sets, but I made sure that I only took the bat babies, the cute little bat babies. I found it. The other set, it just showed up magically on the back of a shelf. After I looked it all over, it's the same as this figure. This figure's from the 90s. I wished for this toy the day before. I told that story on my toy channel. I forget where. I don't know how you'd find it. And then I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And I went into the store, and there that toy was. It used to happen a lot in the beginning. I would know the toys that I would find, and they'd be really obscure toys. Whatever gets you through, kids. Whatever gets you through. Fill your life with happiness. It's gone. I don't drink. I don't do drugs of any sort. I don't even take aspirin. I am addicted to sugar. Wait, should have I done that? Usually, I guess I'm kind of full. That's when you know you're not wasting. Thanks for coming by and having this unusual meal with me. I mean, I recommend it. I don't recommend you eat the whole thing. I don't think any human being in the world would eat as much as that. Seriously, not even the biggest guy with the biggest stomach. No, but thank you. I love you so much. It's very nice to have you to talk to. I have to do my dishes now.